Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All-Stars Season 3, Episode 32. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell, hype up the video, and leave a comment down below. We are going to start with the morning debrief. There's a lot to debrief. So people are still irritated with Jessy's opinions from the night before, and they feel like she is inserting herself in things that have nothing to do with her because everything that happened was before she even entered the villa. Somebody on TikTok said Jessy is the Blue of this season. Facts. When Blue came back thinking he was hot shit, like, oh yeah, I know what the outside thinks, and then got booted out a second time, please, like, I don't know who you think you are. Stop thinking that you're bigger than the program. You're not. Then we have Lucinda, who says that she went on a trip to Australia with Jessy because they were signed to the same agency. And then after the trip, she ghosted her. She didn't necessarily say why, but she feels like that's why Jessy is coming for her, because their friendship didn't end in the best way. Then Carrington says that he is back on track with Helena and he has no interest in pursuing anybody else in the villa. There's nobody else in the villa who wants to pursue you, Carrington. So it's not the big flex that he thinks that it is, but okay, sure. Then we see Scott saying that outside opinions no longer bother him, and he feels like Belle played up their connection, which I agree. It's not to say that there was nothing there, but this girl started to think that this was like her fiance or something. Like, even from the heart rate challenge, remember all the comments that she was saying, even saying that Leanne needs to take it easy on Scott? Like, girl, back the hell up, okay? Then Belle says that she's annoyed that Scott is acting as if she was flirting with herself. He has never denied that he reciprocated it. He admits to that. He just says it was not 50-50. Like, yes, I played a part, but not an equal part. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. Then Leanne says she's still questioning Scott's intentions, yes, and she's wondering how things got so bad so quickly because you guys don't have deep conversations. You don't have deep conversations, and then you're shocked that you get into this conflict that you cannot resolve because the foundation is not strong. It's not strong, and if they actually want this to work, they're going to have to work. They're going to have to work for it, and right now I don't think they're working for it. They're just here for the vibe, which is fine. But then don't be shocked when stuff like this happens. Like, you don't have a foundation, sweetie. But anyways, Millie tries to give Jessy a lifeline, right? She pulls her aside and she's like, hey, I just think things are blowing up in a way that they don't need to. I understand Lucinda. I understand her personality. So I just take her for who she is. I just feel like you're doing a lot. And she's like, no, I stand in what I did. Oh. You're not going to be standing in it for too much longer, but okay. If I was Jessy, I would take heed to what Millie is saying right now, because Millie doesn't often call people out. She might comfort sometimes even the wrong people, or she might say something like, oh, but you can tell like that hurt so-and-so's feelings. But this felt like the most call out of call outs that she's done this season. So seeing how Millie doesn't tend to do this, I would be like, oh, did I take it a little bit too far? But Jessy doesn't care. Lucinda has been close with Leanne, but obviously from the day before, she feels slighted by how Leanne threw her under the bus, and Leanne actually does apologize.
I'm so sorry. No, genuinely. I think I just misaligned the question. I really love you so much, and I really mean that. Babe, you love the drama, but that doesn't mean that you haven't been a great friend to me. I'm sorry. Oh.
I was confused why Leanne threw Lucinda under the bus like that, because yes, she was using her situation to justify why Belle was in the wrong, but the reason why she's saying that Belle is in the wrong at all is because of what she's doing to you. So how that got confused is beyond me. Like, the two things were happening at the same time. She was killing two birds with one stone, but you absolutely were considered in this. But anyways, they kiss and they make up, whatever. Lucinda, somebody said on TikTok that Lucinda is the type of person who just needs to get their point across, and maybe she just doesn't have the best ways of doing that, but that's why she's constantly going until somebody wants to hear her side. She even says, you have to like see where I'm coming from. Come on. She said that to Belle a lot. And so I think it actually was hurtful that it seemed like somebody was finally understanding where she was coming from. And then that person too throws you under the bus. So I was like, ooh, damn, Leanne. I'm glad she apologized, but like, damn, Leanne. Leanne, no. I'm going to leave Leanne because, yeah, I'm going to leave Leanne. The guys get a text that they will be leaving the villa to go play soccer. Low-key, I would be upset that the girls get to stay and hear from their family and I have to go play football with the boys that I probably won't even be hanging out with 3 months from now. I don't know. That would piss me off. But anyways, the girls get a text that they're going to be talking to their friends and family. And the first is Belle. We get to see clear as day where the lack of accountability comes from.
Hello, baby. I can't tell you how proud of you we are. What do you call it? Giving.
It's giving Hurricane Belle.
You're empowering women of all ages. You're a beautiful human.
You're a queen of queens and we love you.
It was cute to see her get emotional because of the relationship that she has with her dad. Like, that whole daddy's girl thing is cute to me. It does warm my heart, but then it stopped immediately because he's like, you've been empowering women. Hey! That went out the window ages ago. Her first call out to Sean, we were all here for. The second one, wavering. By the third time, it was like, okay, enough is enough now. And then when she started barking at Lucinda any chance she got, and even the mocking of Lucinda, the previous episode, this is not empowering women. This is not empowering women. What are we talking about? So then finally they get to the point where he's like, yeah, you need to stop with the shouting. I don't think it's right to, constantly be in other people's business and stuff. And even the mom is agreeing too. Here's Belle talking over them, talking. And she's like, well, nobody else is going to speak up, so I have to be the one to speak up. No, you don't. You don't. And quite frankly, other people are talking. They're just not yelling across the villa. They're not creating a whole kerfuffle about it, but people talk about it too. Like, people have had conversations with Sean. People have had conversations with Lucinda. You just want to be able to cuss them out every chance you get, and you feel vindicated for that. But no, you're not. You're not justified in what you're doing. These last few episodes, absolutely not. The only thing that she does take to heart for like 5 seconds is her dad saying that, she needs to cool it with all the sexuality on screen. So she says that she's no longer going to be kissing in bed. That does not last. She ends up kissing Harrison in bed later on. Millie gets a call from Chloe, who is just as cringed out as we are that Millie was making out with Curtis.
Curtis, framed in the kitchen. What do you think about Zach?
I think he is a really lovely boy. I really like Zach, but don't ever doubt yourself against anyone else.
I am so glad that Chloe told Millie to act like that girl. Because the way that she was down bad, because this man maybe liked Jessy, I was like, Millie, do you not see yourself? Like, I'm sorry, I think Millie is fine. Like, I was about to say something crazy. I'm not going to say that. I think that Millie is beautiful. I think that Jesse's beautiful too, but like, Millie, act like that girl. And if that man doesn't want to be with you, that's his loss. That's his loss. So, yeah, and also I just hate seeing women go all sad behind a man. Like, sorry. I just want women, like, yeah, if you like a guy, cool. If you hurt after the end of a relationship or something, that's different. That's a whole relationship. But like, essentially a talking stage, come on, man. Come on. I was curious to know how Chloe felt about Millie and Lucinda's reunion relationship, but she knew better than to bring that up. So next was Leanne. She gets a call from Kaz, who sheds light on the whole Belle and Scott situation.
When Scott walked in, everyone was like, yeah, Leanne. He was also attracted to people and was excited. Men, babe. I think he fancied. I think the attracted to it. My POV was 70-30. It takes two to tango for sure.
Kaz does believe that Scott is into her, but she believes that there needs to be more vulnerability from him. I think your friend needs to be more vulnerable too. I think they both struggle. They both struggle in that department. She does confirm the whole 70-30 thing. She's like, if you ask me, I actually would say 60-40. And I'm like, that's my Zimbabwean sister. I know she's only half, but I'm gonna claim her. That's my sister. Because like, it definitely wasn't no 50-50, but 70-30, 60-40, yes. 60-40, yes. So she's like, Belle also said something that I did not like. She basically said that Scott will be running back to her outside of the villa. And I'm so glad that Kaz exposed that, because I would be damned if I ever was friends with a heifer who thought that about my relationship. I'd be damned. I'd be damned. So Leanne is like, okay, I got some things to think about regarding who is my friend, who's not. Kaz also said that Lucinda has been the best friend to her in that villa. And Leanne, she owns up to her mistake. She's like, no, I actually did snake the girl. I'm so sorry. Like, I should not have done that. That was on me. I was just thinking, would it be selfishly in that moment? She wasn't seeing the whole picture. Let me just say that. So Leanne goes back to the girls and she mentions the comment about running back to Belle after the show. And Belle actually owned up to it, which I did not expect. She said, yeah, I did say that. And then Whitney is like, oh, Kaz shouldn't have said that because there's like 24 hours in a day and you can't just judge somebody's character based on one thing that they say. First of all, that friend group is absolutely fractured. I don't know what's going on with the black girls of Love Island, but they do not all get along. That part is clear. But I'm also like, okay, obviously this is a TV show. If there's one thing that remains true on this channel, we are aware that we are simply watching television. This is for entertainment purposes. However, rarely do we see somebody be depicted in a way that is so different to how they are in real life. And I'm sorry, Belle is self-righteous. Belle has an impression of desire, and there is a part of her that believes that somebody who would be into her can't possibly think that Leanne is a better option. Like that's just true. And so it was one comment that was said, but even her behavior perpetuated that statement. So shout out Kaz for saying that. Shout out Kaz for saying that, respectfully. And yeah, like I said, I don't think we get many examples of people who are very different from how they were edited. So if this is how Bella's coming across, maybe that's because that's how Belle is. At least one part of her. And yeah, maybe the show decides to amplify it, but they didn't put words in her mouth. They didn't put a megaphone in her throat. All of that rah-rah was her. That comment that she made, she meant it. Sammy gets a call from Sophie, who actually was not impressed with Kieran at the beginning, but she likes him now.
Like, we can see the genuine connection that you both have. Like, seeing you upset at the start was a hard watch for me and your family. Your drama is not Belle's drama.
Yeah.
What Belle has done is actually worse.
Yeah. Right.
Honestly, at the beginning, the whole Kieran thing, I get it. It was a blindside, Lucinda picking him and all that kind of stuff, but Kieran did not disrespect Sammy, truly. He didn't. So the fact that it just became bigger than it was, to me, I'm just like, okay, anyways. And they were so early on, but whatever. The opinion of Kieran has changed, which is great. Sophie, she a real one. I like that girl so much. I like her and Josh too. I think they have a great relationship. They're very well suited. Yeah, I hope things, go the distance between them. She says, by the way, y'all were dead wrong with the whole Lucinda situation. Yeah, Lucinda actually was right these last few days. What Belle did was worse than what Lucinda did. And you need to stop making Belle's problems your problem. I said, wow. You better call it like it is. That's more than what Belle got. And maybe if a friend called Belle, then they would have been more candid about it. But this is what I needed Belle to hear. You were dead wrong. You were wronger than even Lucinda. And these last few days, Lucinda clocked you. She properly clocked you. Now when Miss Girl goes back to the girls, she's like, yeah, I was told to, not make Belle's business my business. And she leaves it there. She did not say that Lucinda was right and that Belle was even worse than Lucinda. And I said, Sammy, you cannot be trusted. You can't be trusted because you just got the play-by-play here. And you didn't take this moment to, she's still so ego-driven that she cannot admit that Lucinda was actually right. And she was wrong for barking at her. Belle was wrong for barking at her. Jessy was wrong for coming at her. She doesn't want to say that. Too ego-driven to admit she was wrong. Jessy, talks to her daddy. Shut up, daddy, because this man, yeah, he knows what's up. This is the father-daughter relationship you want to have. Be honest with your child, okay? I love you, but you're wrong for this. Jessy didn't even want to know how her dad was doing. She immediately wanted to know how she was perceived. Interesting.
Give me the goss. I know you're all okay. Have I done too much? Said too much?
Lucinda drama. And that is so not you. It's not been a great look for you, I must admit.
Shit. Did you see me cry?
Yes.
Yeah, dummy. Your own father is not even proud of your behavior. That's what you get. That's what you get because you thought you were being iconic, but you came out looking stupid. Like, she wanted more sympathy from her dad, and her dad's like, hey, don't sweat it. I'm sorry. Like, Jesse's dad was the MVP of the episode. MVP. I'm so glad. He was like, yeah, I do love you. I know that this is not you. I think this is out of character. You're going out sad. I love that he did that. I do. And the girl starts crying. Are you not going to say that your dad made you cry too? So she goes out and she talks to the girls. She's visibly upset. They're all going around her like, oh, are you okay? Oh my gosh, it's just too much. And as she's telling them that her dad is basically disappointed in her, all the girls now say, no, we know you're not a bad person. We know you came from a place of love. Lucinda, you don't feel bullied, right? And Lucinda's like, no, I don't. Lucinda, watch it back. Watch it back. I know the word bully gets thrown around a lot, but quite literally, by definition, what they were doing was bullying. And there was more that was happening that she doesn't even know was happening. So yeah, they were bullying this girl. This scene made me see the point of those guys on TikTok who are like, oh, 100 women versus accountability. In this moment, I mean, sure, you don't want to make the girl feel worse because she's already feeling bad, but them trying to affirm her behavior, I was like, nah. What we're not going to do is that. Then Lucinda was asked if she felt bullied. She's saying no. She was also saying, listen, things get heated in here. Like, I do understand. Tensions were high, blah, 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 whatever. Belle, out of nowhere, storms off. Are you the victim here? What? Okay. We don't even get to see why she stormed off. She just leaves and everybody just accepts that she leaves. Then Whitney gets a call from Liz. Liz is very happy with Yemen.
How do you feel about Yemen?
Fine shit.
He defends you. He speaks up for you.
He defends me.
Hallelujah. I like that. Just say, worry about yourself, but you're doing good.
Liz says she loves Yemen, that Yemen has had Whitney's back in here, that he just seems to be a solid guy, a guy of integrity, a guy that actually matches her vibe. And I do agree. Of all the people we've seen Whitney connect with, Yemen is the best suited by far. And regardless of how you feel about Whitney, I always think it's great to have a person who backs you, right? In the same way that I had an issue with Sean and Lucinda, I gave Sean props though, because no matter what was going on, he's gonna have his girls back. No matter what. So I love that. I love that Yemen does that for Whitney because that's something that's been missing for me. Liz, however, does call Whitney out for stringing Connor along. Whitney denies it, but it's true. You did, okay? If you didn't like the guy, you should have said something. She's like, no, like I loved him. No, please. And then Liz tells her, mind your business. Yeah? You're getting too involved in too many things, and I get it. You want to be everybody's friend, but some things don't concern you. Stay out of it. And I'm glad she did say that, especially because we know that we get scrutinized a lot more than everybody else. So yeah, it is beneficial for you to not talk as much. I feel like she should be allowed to, because everybody is allowed to, but unfortunately, that's just not how things work when it comes to us being perceived on TV. So I get where Liz is coming from. So she comes out and, Liz also said the problem too with you coming to everybody's defense is when it's their turn to come to your defense, who does it? You're breaking your back for people who wouldn't break a nail. Yeah. So she comes back and she's debriefing. Belle finally joins and they just don't address why she left. No, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Did you feel called out? Did you realize in this moment that you were in the wrong? Anyways, next is Helena. She gets a call from Meg, and guys, I had a visceral reaction when I saw this lady. I did not realize it. She triggers me so much.
Smashing it. I am so proud of you. The only thing I would say with Carrington, I see a bit with him and Jessy.
What's the difference between me and Jessy other than the fact she's got tits and I don't?
I was waiting for Meg to say, do you think Carrington is going to be your boyfriend? Are you going to be boyfriend and girlfriend? I was waiting for her to say that. Are you going to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Oh, gosh. Anyways, what happened? Helena says she's a little bit worried about the connection that Carrington and Jessy could have. And she's like, but I don't really understand what's so different between the two of us. Like, she just has bigger boobs. Pause. This is a PSA for white people. I need y'all who are fixated on hair color to stop it. Because this is what happens here. I'm sure in Helena's mind, she's like, I'm blonde, she's blonde. We look the same. No, you don't. You look different. And I'm not saying this to like get down on Helena, but respectfully, you don't look the same. You have the same hair color and it stops there. Maybe similar frame, but even that Helena was able to point out like, okay, well, she does have bigger boobs, but like, sweetie, you don't look the same. She really believed that the only difference is the boobs. Like, other than that, we're twins. You're not. You're not. And I'm not, again, I want to make it clear, I am not getting down on Helena's looks. I'm just saying y'all look different. Meg goes on to say she loves how Helena has been able to be more vulnerable this time around. And this journey is the journey that she should have had the first time around. And if there's one thing I agree with Meg on, it's this. I thoroughly enjoy Helena so much more now than before. And I think this time around, it's because she actually seems like a human instead of an NPC just causing havoc. Like, I feel like we have been able to connect with her in a different way. And she's not doing things just for the plot. It actually seems like she's trying this time. And I love that for her. Yeah, I love that for her. Give Helena one more chance. Like 3 years from now, give her one more chance. I have faith in. Actually, no, put her on a different show. Put her on Perfect Match. No, but those guys, Perfect Match is not it. I want to see her on something. I have faith, guys. I have faith in Helena. Anyways, last to get a call was Lucinda. She gets a call from her best friend, Cameron. And I'm not going to lie to you. Now I understand when Lucinda kept saying, you're not really my friend for real. Because the way that she reacted when she saw Cameron, I said, this is a friendship.
Oh, God! Ruin your makeup. Every single person is rooting for you. Since I love him. I can't wait to meet him.
I feel like I've known him for years.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
Sammy would have been so triggered watching this conversation because Lucinda was just laughing. You know Sammy does not like to see Lucinda laugh, y'all. But I was happy to see Lucinda just be light, you know? Things weren't heavy and tense anymore. She was able to just be herself and not be judged for it. She said that this was the pick-me-up she needed, and I do think that this was good. She was already on the road to just putting everything to bed, but this solidified that the drama just has to stop, and I hope it is over. We are drained. We are tired. I just want one more after the Grafties, but that's it. We're done after that. Then the guys return. They're immediately told about the calls from home. Some guys didn't really care. And I'm like, what? Man, let me hear from my bestie instead of going to playing soccer. But anyways, Jessy tells Tommy that her dad was disappointed in her. And she's upset that things aren't translating to the audience properly. And I'm like, well, no. You were dead wrong. It's not about what's translating. You were in the wrong, Jessy. Anyways, later on in the evening, these two are making out. I think he was telling her, it's a big world out there. So you're getting down on yourself over something that is so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. So that gave her some comfort. They make out. Everybody getting ready for bed was very lovey-dovey. Everybody was getting busy. Well, everybody besides Tommy and Jessy was making out in bed. God only knows what Leanne, Scott, Sean, and Lucinda were doing under them covers. I said, oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, one other thing was Leanne told Scott that the 70-30 thing is actually accurate. So I'm sure he feels vindicated yet again. This man will always find vindication, child. And then she lets him know about the running back to Belle thing. And he's like, ain't nobody doing that. So could you imagine? Mitch has been sending Scott all these messages just to say like, no, Belle said this about you. Make sure you don't go back to her. It's okay. He now knows. But yeah, I kind of like how the episode ended. There's going to be a vote for a favorite couple. Again, I feel like the people in the bottom would still be Belle, Sammy, Jessy, and potentially Whitney. I don't know how many people are going to be in the bottom, but that's going to be my hypothesis from now. So we'll see how it goes. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.